SAIT Centre, presented by Lights Out Broadcasting. Created by SAIT students. For Trojans fans everywhere. SAIT Centre, lights out.
What's up, Trojans fans? Welcome back to SAIT Centre. I'm Zachary Rushton.
And I'm Keith Richards. Man, Zach, the Trojans absolutely killed it last week.
Absolutely. Our feature game of the week this week was the men's basketball team. They played the Lethbridge College Kodiaks. They unfortunately lost the first game of the home and home in a double overtime loss, but we managed to make it to the second game of the series at home on Saturday night.
The SAIT Trojans looking to get back in the win column after a double overtime loss from the night before. Pick-up action in the first quarter. Ball back to John Smith. Wide open three. Later in the first, Smith with the fadeaway two, followed by another fadeaway, this time for three. He finished the first half with 15 points. Ethan Spencer, the former Lethbridge Kodiak, looking to get revenge against his old team. He'd get this tough layup to fall, but it was his assist that took center stage in this one. Nice dish to Sharif Taha for the and one three. And then this gorgeous pass to Tanner Parrington. The big man showed off his deep ball ability with another triple. But the all-around center can do it on the glass as well. And there he is, banging bodies down low. At the end of the first half, the Trojans led a close one, 31-27. And Horsey is just loving it. Back come the Kodiaks, though, as they would not go down without a fight. But Smith was the difference maker in this one, picking up the rebound and dropping it in for two. Smith continued to dominate with his beautiful skyhook. And you know the boy got range. The SAIT Trojans ended up taking this one 77-66, with Smith pouring in a team-high 22 points, holding one rebound short of a double-double. Our own Taylor Chartrand was courtside for the action.
I'm here with ACAC player of the game, John Smith. John, coming home after a tight double OT loss last night, what was the key to victory here tonight on the home court?
Well, Coach just said that we've been having to struggle with offensive and defensive rebounding all year. So if we can come down and keep the battle of the boards tight, I feel like we can always pull out a win.
For sure. So down 15-13 after the first quarter. What was said to the guys in the second just to make you guys take the lead and then never look back from there?
We just decided to push the ball
Great game,
more.
boy!
We just decided to push the ball more and get out on the break. That's my assistant coach. That's the guy that recruited me here. Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
So looking forward to next week, you guys play the bottom-ranked St. Mary's team. How do you guys approach practice this week?
Still the same way, keep it all competitive. We got to come out here and compete because St. Mary's, they beat Olds last week, so they're ready to surprise some people this semester. So we just want to stay prepared.
Awesome. Thank you very much, and very good game.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Wow, the men's basketball team is really riding high after back-to-back weekends with wins over ranked opponents.
The women weren't as lucky in their series against the Kodiaks. They were swept in both games, losing 32-76 and 49-85.
It's just unfortunate that they have been hit with the injury bug lately. Alexa Tan, Alicia Tan, Steph Hayes are all out with injury.
Transitioning to volleyball. Both the men and the women had home-and-home series against the Red Deer Kings and Queens. The men's team faced the Kings and ended up with 2 victories. There's a huge achievement for the Trojans, as the Kings were #1 ranked team in Canada going into the weekend, and were leading the season series 2-0 over the Trojans.
The women faced the Queens of Red Deer in Calgary on Friday and took the trip to Red Deer on Saturday. Number 9, Chantel Jonason, had to leave the game due to a shoulder injury. Number 6, Erin Neufeld, took her place and was the Trojans' player of the game for both games. However, it was not enough as the Trojans took the loss in both games.
The women's hockey team split a home-and-home with the MacEwan University Griffins. In the first game, the Holt sisters, Jessica and Carly, scored both of the team's goals, leading the Trojans to a 2-1 win.
The men's team had the weekend off, but SAIT Center's own Corey Bukauskas caught up with Player of the Week, number 28, Hunter Mills.
I caught up with second-year business administration student and Trojans forward Hunter Mills in between classes this week. We talked about life as a student-athlete and the road to recovery.
So why did you choose SAIT?
I don't think there's one exact thing that made me choose on coming to SAIT. Obviously, I wanted to be where I was wanted, and felt comfortable at. Skated with the guys in this summer, and they all seemed like good guys, and I just wanted to come here and win a championship.
What career are you hoping to get into after you're done hockey?
I'm in financial services right now, so maybe something down that line. Been meeting some people for some coffee, doing some networking, and just sort of looking at different fields. But something in finance I think I want to go down.
So earlier this season, you were injured. Tell us a little bit about how hard it is as a student athlete to be injured.
Yeah, anytime you're on a team or anything, you don't want to be away from the rink and miss practices or anything, but especially with mine, I had a concussion. It's not really black or white. It's kind of, you would almost rather break a wrist or something like that than get that. So it isn't just missing time at hockey, it's also missing time at school, so that was kind of challenging.
Have you ever dealt with a concussion earlier in your career?
I did in junior a bit, and I think there's a little less pressure to get back on the ice when you're here in college. I mean, it starts with the coaching staff and all the support here with the medical clinic and that, so I felt really comfortable in dealing with it, and it was a lot better doing it here than really in junior when it's more of a business and they want you on the ice whenever, but here it's a lot better, and I really appreciated all the staff that supported me doing that.
Since coming back from injury, Mills has 7 points in 4 games. He says watching his team from the stands has motivated him to come back stronger for the playoff push.
It was tough to be out of the lineup, but it wasn't hard watching them play because we're all a close group of guys, and everyone always says that, but we actually are, every one of us on the team are friends, and we were winning games still, so that didn't change anything, and just too bad and unfortunate I wasn't in the lineup, but it is what it is.
So last year you guys didn't quite reach your goal. What's the difference with the team this year, and what are you looking to improve on to reach your goal this year?
I think every year you want to win the championship. This year we have a great group of guys, as we did last year too, but I find we're a lot closer this year, and usually the closer teams go the longer in the playoffs, and as long as we just keep working hard and not really just take weekend by weekend, not looking to win that championship every day.
Be sure to catch Hunter Mills and the SAIT Trojans this weekend when they face the Red Deer College Kings. For SAIT Centre, I'm Corey Bukauskas.
Man, big thanks to Hunter Mills. What an awesome interview by Corey.
Yeah, he's a natural. It must run in the family. Moving on to the next week, the men's hockey are going to be playing Red Deer at home 7 p.m. on Friday before traveling back out there to face them in the second game. The women are playing against the Broncos in Olds on Thursday night, and then back home at Saturday at 7 p.m.
The basketball teams are playing St. Mary's Universities with the first set of games on the road and the second half here at SAIT. The women tip off at 6 p.m. with the men's game following after at 8 p.m. or at the conclusion of the women's game.
Catch the volleyball teams this weekend as both the men and women face off against Ambrose University. On Friday night, stop by the campus center as the women have first serve at 6 p.m. with the men playing right after that game.
Our own Alex Day got a chance to catch up with the women's volleyball team at practice this week as they prepare for their upcoming game.
The SAIT women's volleyball team is coming off of a couple tough losses this weekend, as well as losing one of their key players to injury. We caught up with Coach Ardo Dwyer, as well as players Samantha Carpenter and Simran Dami, to talk about their plans going forward.
I felt that we didn't play the type of game we need to play, so we have to get a little mentally tougher. So that's probably what we work on the most, is being mentally tough. Sometimes a loss is good. It wakes you up and kind of makes you refocus. So we'll see if we can do that.
Art said it himself. He said this is only terrible if we don't learn from it. So we kind of have to bring that into this coming weekend, and then we have our bye, and then Briarcrest, who's the top team in our league right now.
We need to find a way to switch our momentum, switch our mentality, and try to come back mentally strong, and that's the only way we can do it.
It should probably put a fire under us. Like, I'm pretty annoyed with that. Like, I don't want to go through that again, and I think our team's way too good for that.
Before their 2 losses to Red Deer on the weekend, the Trojans were on a 13-game winning streak. The players say that chemistry was a huge factor to their success.
I think our team dynamic is a big part of it. We're a very close team. We're very good friends. And believe it or not, it actually converts onto the court. If we make a mistake, we're not hating each other for it. We're kind of supporting each other instead. This is a big part of it.
I'm always with my team, and I think that really goes on to the court. I feel comfortable with everyone on the court, and I think that's helped a lot. If there's something good or bad that I need to say to anyone on the court, I feel comfortable doing it, and I think everyone kind of feels the same way.
Having a team that's close on and off the court is something the veteran players have been working on over the last few years. It has helped new players come in with ease and adopt a winning philosophy right from the get-go.
In my first year, the team dynamic was not strong by any means. We had a lot of cliques per se. And luckily enough, I had Megan on the team. She's also in her 5th year. We started here at SAIT together. We played our U18 year together. And Megan and I have kind of grown with each other. We've helped each other on and off the court, developing new team dynamics, kind of giving the new players the proper cues to enter into the team to make it what we kind of feel it should be and what Art feels it should be. And of course, the work ethic that we put in kind of shows the successes in the end of it all.
Megan and Sam, and there's Rianne's a 5th year too, they know how to deal with situations very well. Like, if we're down, you can always look to Sam. Like, that's one person I look to, and she's always focused in the game still. She never thinks we're gonna lose the game no matter what the score is, and I kind of learn from that a lot of the time. Like, if I'm feeling down, I'll look to those players and be like, they don't really give a damn right now kind of thing. Like, they're still pushing, and then that kind of motivates me to push, and I kind of want to take on that role next year when they're gone.
Losing left side Chantel Jonathan to injury on Friday will test the team's mental toughness as they head into the final stretch of the regular season.
That's a big loss for us. She was a key player on our team, but from this weekend, Erin playing, she stepped up. She played unbelievable. She got POG both days. And I think there's other girls on the team that can step up and push each other.
You don't want to replace somebody like that, especially in volleyball, because it's such a flow sport. So we're going to have to probably change a few things a little bit, but it presents opportunities, and maybe we'll be harder to play against. Who knows?
I think we're fully capable of have other players step in, play their role, do what they have to do, and do really well at it for the time being. It's upsetting, but there's not much you can do about it. We just have to continue on. The show must go on, as they say.
Be sure to come check out the women as they play Ambrose at home on Friday at 6 p.m. with the men going at 8 p.m. and then away at Ambrose on Saturday at 6 p.m. as well. For SAIT Centre, I'm Alex Day.
We wish the Trojans the best of luck as they prepare for their upcoming games. For more Trojans content, follow Lights Out Broadcasting on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, or go to the SAIT Trojans website at saittrojans.com. For SAIT Centre, I'm Zachary Rushton.
And I'm Keith Richards. Lights out.